Good afternoon. Welcome to my research proposal. The title of my research is the Keyword-Pictorial method on the effect on vocabulary retention on junior high school students. Okay, now we move to the research proposal. So this is my research proposal, which is my name is Restu Wahyu Tresna Aditya, with student ID number is 21120211127. And then we jump to the content of this proposal. So there is a two separated chapter in this proposal, which is first is the research background with the subchapter uh, four subchapter, and then the second chapter is the literature review, which is compiled with three content. Let's move on to the first chapter, the research background. Okay, the rationale. The fact that Indonesian uh, Indonesia people falls into the category of countries that have a low competency of level in English. It brings the reason to me to choose this, uh, especially this problem in Indonesian English English province level of people. So otherwise, the significance of being able to communicate in English as a global language, effectively in English um, in other country is improve the nation and also improving the people in the nation uh, also for their standard of living. They can uh, do a business, do expanding business for their empire outside their country. So I found that the acquisition of English language skills can be begin in the schools where students are still easy to develop the knowledge, which mean that they can process and creating the highly competent in English competency. The key to develop all four English competencies is the vocabulary retention of a person. Thus, I choose the learning approach that suitable to maintain and gain vocabulary retention in students' knowledge. So, for the reason, I choose um, one of the topic, the method that comes to the books that I read, which is um, from the literature review that I read. So the name of the method is the Keyword-Pictorial method. So this is the method that use theory that based on imagery verbal encoding. And also this is the suitable method that can maintain and gain vocabulary size of students. Okay, and next we go to the research question. So I have one research question, which is there any significance effect on students of vocabulary retention before and after the implementation of keyword pictorial techniques? Okay, we jump to the research objective. The objective of this research is to analyze that the implementation of this method, which is the keyword pictorial method, based on imagery verbal encoding, which is dual code theory, DCT, and an effect on junior high school student vocabulary retention and size. Next, we go to the significance of this research. So this research has the potential to significantly advance the field of English language teaching by providing a novel and innovative methodology based on the principle of dual coding theory, DCT. And the second is this study can help the educators and curriculum designers make an informed decision about language teaching approaches and can inform to development of instructional materials that are more effective in promoting vocabulary retention among junior high school students. So we jump to the second chapter. Second chapter is literature review. So I'm gonna give the related literature. First is the vocabulary instruction. According to Nation in 2001, there exists crucial mechanism for the preservation of vocabulary. The aforementioned process encompasses the acts of perception, recollecting, and innovative application to uh, maintain the vocabulary retention learning. And then the second is keyword-pictorial method. So according to Ratminensi 2017, posits that keyword-pictorial method is the acquisition of vocabulary is facilitated by the utilization of visual aids and key terminologies as opposed to written language in the learning process. And then we jump to the theory that I use in this research. The theory is dual coding theory or DCT. According to Wahyu, in 1971, was the one who came up with this idea of theory, which is the dual coding, and described imaging verbal codes as a mental pictures of information that incorporate both visual and language aspects. These codes are generated as a result of the interaction between the visual and linguistic systems in the brain. So the processing of visual data in the mind in a manner similar to that language is what is meant by the term of imagery verbal codes. And then another related literature that support the topic is according to Shapiro and Waters in 2005, the effectiveness of this keyword technique can attributed to the potency of visual imagery as a stimulus for the brain of a person or the learners. Okay, we jump to the current research of the empirical review towards this topic. So I have four research that related to my topic. The first is from the Wiren Lawson with the title of this. The research is foreign language vocabulary learning using the keyword method, strategy, and meta strategy knowledge. So in Wiren Lawson research, this research looked at whether or not students gained explicit knowledge of strategies and meta strategies after being taught using the keyword method or KWM. Students were taught in the mnemonic vocabulary learning approach known as KWM, which they may use to remember the translation of new Spanish English words. The result demonstrate that KWM education helps students learn both specific and generalized strategies. The second is the study from Hill in 2022. The title of the study is The Effectiveness of Mnemonic Devices for ESL Vocabulary Retention. So in the study was conducted in Chinese with Chinese students as the subject in ESL, but using English as the language to learn. Participants who had been exposed to mnemonic techniques performed better on vocabulary tests and had more positive results of mnemonics and preferred image-based or musical mnemonics in this implementation where the findings comes. And the result of this investigation or research suggests that using mnemonic tools can help students better remember and reminding the vocabulary retention terminology. And then the third is from Kurnia Rahman in 2023. The title is Mnemonics and Their Effects on Students' Vocabulary Memorization and Recall. So this study is conducted in Indonesian students in high school. So the study which aimed to determine which technique was more helpful in assisting students in remembering the vocabulary items they had learned. Compare the effects of two mnemonic devices known as mnemonic keywords and mnemonic Lucy. According to the findings of this study, students who were instructed using the mnemonic keyword perform significantly better in terms of their ability to retain and gain vocabulary items in long-term memory. And for those group that using mnemonic loci is not um, better in retain vocabulary items in long term, which is the mnemonic loci has not a good result better than the mnemonic keyword. And then the last is from the researcher named Hai. So this research is conducted in 2019. The title is Improving Student Vocabulary Ability Through Keyword Technique. Exchange research at class 9 2 of SMA Negeri 5. So same as Kurnia Rahman, this study is conducted in Indonesia. Also use participant or sample students, high school students as the participant. So this study find that significant number of people have a restricted comprehension of the meanings of variety of words. Following the administration of the diagnostic test, the researcher noted that not a single student had achieved the required minimum passing score of 75% scores. The finding of this study revealed that increasing student vocabulary knowledge by instructing them in how to use the keyword approach was effective towards vocabulary retention on the participants. Okay, that's the four current research recording and related to them to my topic of research. So let's move on to the gap and the novelty of my research. So in previous or current studies have utilized the dual coding theory to investigate the effectiveness of vocabulary retention strategies. The present research addresses a significant gap in the literature by focusing on the implementation of the keyword pictorial method in the specific geographic region, which is Singaraja City or Buleleng Regency in Indonesia. Also, this novelty is there is a few researchers in Indonesia use sample of junior high school, so I intend to do that. This represents a novel contribution to the existing body of research as it highlights the need to explore the efficacy of vocabulary retention strategy in diverse cultural and linguistic contexts and provide insights into the factors that may facilitate or um, hinder successful implementation of such these strategies. By bridging this gap in the literature, the present study offers a unique perspective on the application of a dual coding theory in this context of English language teaching with potential implication for educators and researchers in the field, which is when the result or the significance of this research that I conducted. That's all my gap and novelty. Thanks for watching and see you.